invest in our standards, with our quality assurance, with our R&D, to make sure that none of those nasty chemicals are normally used in flavor companies. That it's really easy to flavor something, but it's really more difficult to flavor something healthy.
Now, it's not just about new flavors, though. We're actually upgrading Shakeology a little bit, or it's evolving a little bit with two new superfoods. So, what have you discovered, Dan?
Oh man! Well, one that it's amazing mushroom called chaga mushroom. Been used for centuries in many different places around the world. And 3 years ago, it wasn't possible because the supply chain wasn't there, and because of our volumes and our ability, we were able to finally figure out a way to get this diamond of the forest, this grandfather of mushrooms in our formula.
Again, antioxidants are crucial to fight free radicals created by stress in your life, mental stress, emotional stress, stress from working out hard, stress from stuff happening at work. So we are dealing with that constantly. So these elements in our shake are really, really important.
So the other one is matcha. What's that?
So matcha is a higher version of green tea. It's a more delicate process, and it's also a lot more concentrated by its nature. So you're getting other vitamins and minerals, and also a ton of another form of antioxidant, and chlorophyll, which has a bunch of cleansing properties as well. So we've added these two things have been used literally for thousands and thousands of years, and we figured out a way to do it well and to get it in the potency form that we needed in Shakeology.
I think people don't have an idea of just how much rigor it takes to get a product of this quality to the customer. I mean, normal protein shakes, you put a bunch of stuff in a blender, you grind it up, and the powder comes out, and you get protein and some carbs. And Shakeology is so much more complex and requires incredible vigilance to deliver the quality that the customer is expecting. How do we do it?
Well, first off, most companies are grabbing from brokers, so they don't even know where their ingredients are from. So we show up. We show up in those countries of origin, we meet with the farmers, we test the soil, we go through a process of processing so the integrity is there, we test again to make sure things aren't in there that we don't want in there, and also what are in there at the active levels. And then that goes through that testing, then it's sent off to the United States, it gets quarantined, it gets tested over and over again, and only when it passes that, it moves to the next process, and then ultimately, it gets very carefully alchemically blended together, and then magically, from the journey of all over the world, literally, it shows up in a beautiful bag on someone's doorstep.
We also knew that it's important that it's delicious, because if it's not delicious, you will not have your daily dose of dense nutrition. So making all of these really potent, really strong flavored ingredients delicious is a heck of a job.
Well, it's funny because the original ask was I didn't expect it to taste that great. I was like, you know what, once a day, if I can't eat vegetables, I'm going to just choke something down. And then you guys said, hey, you know what, we can actually, in a natural way, in a way that enhances the health of the shake, we can actually make it taste good. And it's constantly evolving, right? Why is the shake constantly evolving? Like, why is it just, here's the formula, now do that for the rest of the time?
Well, I think the processing is constantly evolving. I think understanding that our quality is important. And when we find something like matcha or chaga, something really, really important, we make sure that we can put it in there, because evolution of our needs and of what we're finding botanically is very important to be able to continue to evolve and not just have a static formula.
I wanted to say something because our tongue, our taste buds are now messed up. They're confused. They don't know what healthy good is because we are so acquainted with unhealthy good. And so sometimes we look for that taste, that thing that we feel satiates us, but really we're misguided. Our own taste buds, our own body are confused. So sometimes it takes time to appreciate that the Shakeology will actually over time helps that to realign itself so that eventually you can trust your own guiding system to go after what's good for you, as opposed to constantly thinking that's what's good for you is not good for you.
Well,
you get to like green.
Well, this is an important point for our coaches to remember. Actually, I have found that I can work vegetables back into my diet because of Shakeology helping me retrain my body as to what it actually wants. That's what's so special about Shakeology, which means it's not going to be for people who are looking for the cheapest alternative. It's the shake for people who want that one thing in their life that is going to feed their body the nutrition without rounding the corners that it's so starving for.